Oh dear. Henry Winkler, the man who became known to millions as the ultra-cool Fonz, is in Coventry today as part of the city's first literary festival, and he's also visiting some of the city schools as well to raise awareness of dyslexia. If you've been living under a rock and you don't know who the Fonz is...
Sunday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days. Thursday, Friday, happy days. The weekend comes, my cycle hums, ready to race to you.
The Rumble tonight is officially declared a tie. The hangout will be shared by both the Dragons and the Falcons.
Are you turning copper funds early?
Hey, it's not the uniform, it's the man in the uniform. And remember, the man in this uniform can break your face. Just a motorcycle, Mr. C? And I suppose your mother was just a mother. All right, here's Monday's comb, Tuesday, Wednesday. Hey, where's Thursday? Today's Thursday. Hello, Thursday. You think the Fonz could be a good father?
Yeah, why not? I think he'd be a great father.
Yeah. Except I'd have kids like Spike and Booker. No Myra.
What if you had a daughter?
Oh, I'd love a little daughter, pretty little girl, man. I'd name her Jennifer. That's it, Jennifer, upstairs. What's her name?
Oh, do you know what was lovelier than listening to that was watching the man himself listening to that. Does that bring it all back?
Oh, absolutely.
You got really fond memories of that time, haven't you?
I love that show. I used to watch it all the time.
Love the bits with you in it.
I really did. You know, and here it is. I just want to tell your viewers that we're in the studio. It's really nice. The wall behind you is orange. And there is this gorgeous woman who is taping us.
Yeah.
Is that right?
That's right, yeah.
To put on the
We're going to put it on our Facebook
whatever,
page,
sure.
yeah.
The only thing is I'm going to have to talk like this from now on, so I'm sucking in my stomach. So I don't look like a big pudge ball.
I've given up with that.
On Facebook.
I've given up with that. We're going to talk about the stuff that you're doing today in the city, but I did want to just talk very quickly about the Fonz, because, you know, I read somewhere the character that you created was... That's what got you the gig, wasn't it? That's what got you the job, is that you imagined this guy and you brought him out the page, because a lot of what the Fonz wasn't written, was it? It was you.
Well, you know, that is your job as an actor. You know, being an actor is not being an OK magazine. Being an actor is a storyteller. So you have to add details that come from your life, from your imagination, and from the page that the author has actually written. And then you have to put that all together. I'm not a character actor. No, I just said that wrong. I'm not a straight leading man. I am a character actor. So when I change my voice, you know, and I just change my body, it's like it unlocks my whole imagination.
Was that somebody, or partly somebody, that you knew?
No, somebody I wanted to know.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Because he's a very Manhattan... You're born in Manhattan.
I grew up in Manhattan, yes,
and
from
that's
very
kind
short
of like the New York
German
kind of...
parents, right?
I'd have thought it was not somebody that you came into contact with.
No. Or if I did, I saw them from afar. I never knew anybody like that. But I was a bowl of jelly growing up. I had no confidence. You know, I'm dyslexic. I was terrible in school. And I felt very bad about myself. So the Fonz was my alter ego.
You did well in school, though, didn't you?
No, I did not.
Did you do that later, did you?
I'm in the bottom 3% academically in America.
On your Twitter feed, you describe yourself as an actor, a director, producer, and author, and somebody who's still in the bottom 3%. I mean,
absolutely.
So, and that confidence-wise, that really affects you.
Well, what happens is that children who learn differently, they know they're not doing well. They know that, you know, they're failing, and everybody else makes fun of them. So teachers say, oh, well, you know, at your age, you should know that by now. They're not going to know it in the year 2072. You know, our brains are wired differently. We don't mean to be disruptive. We don't mean not to be able to retain our spelling words. It's just the way it is.
So how did you get on then? I mean, to go into a career like acting was one of the ultimate challenges,
because I had a
wasn't
dream.
It? Because there you are, and you get a script, and you're going to really battle with that, aren't you?
That's right. But if you want something bad enough, you're going to figure out how to get it. If you want something bad enough, you're going to figure out what road you have to take as an individual to get where you want to go.
So did you have any tricks then to kind of circumvent your dyslexia?
I used humor.
Right.
And I was, you know, thank the Lord, I was good at improvisation. So when I read the script and I went in to read for the producer and the director to get the part, I made it up. And they said to me, "Hey, you're not reading what's written." And I said, "I'm giving you the essence of the character."
And they fell for that.
Well, some of them did.
When you were doing, working as the Fonz, I mean, how was that for you then? I mean, were you struggling with scripts? Were you finding it difficult? Were you kind of going away from the script
yes,
as well?
Yes, I had to get the script early. And I went over it and over it and over it before Monday morning, when we all sat around a big table and read the script so that all the writers could hear it. And then they could change what they thought didn't work.
You were then diagnosed, I mean, you were about 31 when they said, "Actually, Henry, you're dyslexic."
Yes, and my stepson Jed was being tested because he was so verbal and so clever and so funny, and he couldn't write a report.
Right.
So we had him tested, and everything that they said about him was true about me. And it was then that I realized that, hey, I'm not stupid. I have something with a name.
Did you see that when you saw Jed performing like that and thinking, well, he's not unintelligent? Did you see that?
I said everything to him that was said to me. Don't be lazy.
Right.
Try it again.
Okay.
Concentrate. Turn off the radio. Now, that was Jed, and then I learned that he is a learning challenge. He was born that way.
When you were diagnosed,
he's now in business.
Right. When you were diagnosed, did that kind of make sense to you? And you think,
Well, you know what it made sense to me about it was that it really made me angry. Because all those arguments in my house, all that grounding, all that social life I didn't get to have, all those plays I didn't get to be in because I didn't have good grades, was all for naught. Because it wasn't like I wasn't trying. It was like I couldn't do it.
But who did you blame for that?
I didn't blame anybody.
Okay.
I mean, it's hereditary. It comes down from the parents.
Yeah.
It's passed on from generation to generation.
It would be easy to be angry at your parents, wouldn't it? And
well, I was angry at my parents for other reasons.
Okay.
I was angry because they were, they were thoughtless. But aside from that, I couldn't be angry about this. Now, I have to tell you that I think I would not be on the radio with you today if I didn't struggle through, if I didn't learn how to fight my way through my learning challenge. So I see it as a positive, not as a negative.
I was reading again about your career and about life after the Fonz, and as you say, you're a character actor, and the difficulty with that is that, you must... I can't count the amount of times that people will go, "Hey," to you in a day. And I know you don't mind that, but...
I don't mind it, because, look, they've come along with me. There is a generation of people who watched Happy Days and loved it. There's a generation who watched Scream. A generation who grew up on The Waterboy and Click. Another generation with Arrested Development. And now the children are reading my books, and it is one of the great compliments of my life.
But in order to was it to shake off the Fonz?
No,
you did Shakespeare,
you can't shake it. You can't shake off the Fonz.
But just to kind of, I don't know, neutralise your face, as it were. Do you know what I mean?
I never really did Shakespeare. I did a special for children when I was doing the Fonz, called Henry Winkler Meets Shakespeare, to introduce the young television audience to Shakespeare. But that is not my forte. I leave that to another professional. I would hurt myself. I would fall on my sword. I'm not kidding. I would pull it out and just cut my tushy.
Tell me about Hank Zipper, because this is all part of getting youngsters back into reading and literacy and enjoying it as well, isn't it? That's
enjoying it.
Yeah.
So Hank Zipser just happened. Somebody said, "Hey, why don't you write books for kids?" And I said, "No, because I'm stupid. I can't do that. I
still there.
Yeah. Oh, it's hard to shake.
Yeah.
And 2 years later, same guy said to me, "Why don't you write books for kids?" And Hank Zipser was born with my partner, Lynn Oliver. There are now 17 novels of Hank Zipser, 12 of which are on the shelves somewhere in a bookstore here in England. There are 12 volumes.
Amazing.
Okay. Then we just started a brand new series called Ghost Buddy. Now, Ghost Buddy is about bullying and about being responsible. You've got a year 6 kid. His name is Billy Broccoli. He moves into a brand new house. It's his first night in his brand new bed, can't fall asleep. Stares at the closet door. It opens by itself. His athletic jersey wafts out, admires itself in front of the mirror on the back of his door, and it turns out to be Porter Hoover House III, or better known as the Hoove. And it's a ghost, an irresponsible ghost, who probably sounds like somebody you know. Hey, you could call me a ghost. You could call me a ghoul, which works really good on Halloween. But I'll tell you what really snaps my britches. Do not call me a banshee, because that hurts my feelings.
You are a real storyteller. Listen, we're fast running out of time. I can't believe we've got about half a minute left. You're going to be in some Coventry schools today, aren't you?
I am. I'm going to the...
I hope you mesmerise them as much as you have me, I tell you.
That's my favorite thing to do, to talk to those children. They are the greatest. And then tomorrow at the Literally festival here in Coventry, I'm going to sign books, maybe read a little bit, shake hands, hug. Come and say hi.
But you know what? Why wouldn't you? It has been an absolute delight. Time has flown like that. Henry, thank you so much.
Should I just say Ghost Buddy again, because I have no pride?
Say it.
Ghost Buddy.
Go and buy it.
Thank you.
Somebody you know will love Ghost Buddy. Go and buy it. How much is it?
I
£6, $5.99.
Is that true?
Oh, come on. That's practically giving it away.
Oh,
Go
my
and buy
Lord.
it. Thank you.
For ages. Oh.